Hey guys, it's Bookish Vegan here, or Natalia, and today I'm starting a new weekly reading vlog, or a weekly vlog. So I didn't think I would vlog this week, but I thought as like the first week I'm not really settled in yet, so you don't really know like how I'm doing with the uni and stuff like that. So I thought I'd vlog this week as well. Hopefully I'll film more stuff of me like doing work, because you're probably all like, oh my god, she's a lazy student, she doesn't do any work. But yeah, it's 8:15. Today I have to leave at 8:30 to get to my 10 AM seminar, criminal law. Then I have a 2-hour break for lunch. I'll read my book, and then I have a 2-hour lecture for criminal law after that break, and then I have a property law seminar. I'm already prepared for everything, so that's good. And yeah, I'm waiting for my lunch to finish making, and then I'm off to uni. Probably be back around 4 or 5, yeah. Yay! I'm listening to music as well, because music is life. So guys, it's Tuesday today, and yesterday I ended up finishing a book which is Wicca by Harmony Nice. So I ended up giving this 5 out of 5 stars because this is basically, as it says on the cover, a modern guide to witchcraft and magic. And literally that's everything that was in this book. We had a little bit of Harmony Nice's story. So at the beginning she does my story. I don't know, it was just such a good introduction to magic and Wicca and witchcraft. It was so good. It had everything you could have wanted. So basically I did tab it a little bit because I'm gonna go back to it. But in the contents page, I'll read it out to you. So in part 1 you have like, what is Wicca? So it talks about Wicca, witchcraft and paganism, like the difference between the three. Then you have like divination, nature, the threefold law, morals in the Wiccan Rede, magic, Wiccan paths, the book of shadow, and deities. I loved the deities section because it basically has like sections. As you can see, I think this one is Greek, and then you have like Roman, Egyptian, Celtic, Norse, which I marked because those gods speak to me. There's also Slavic, so I'm Slavic. My heritage is Slavic, so I'm really glad she included that because there's not a lot on Slavic like deities I've noticed on the internet. And you have Japanese, African, literally so much stuff, and that's what I wanted, so I was really happy about that. Then you have part 2, why explore Wicca. So there's like mental health benefits, meditation, self-care, creativity and kindness. Part 3 is how to get started. So she talks about the Wiccan holidays, which I really enjoyed because, so for instance, it starts off with Yule, and she puts in brackets like a lesser Sabbath, and then it says when it is in the northern and southern hemisphere, what is Yule, how to celebrate it, activities, altar ideas, crystals, food and drink. Literally it has everything you would have wanted. Herbs, incense, it's just amazing. And then you have altars and magic tools, so she talks about like stuff you can keep on your altar. Spell work, she actually gives you some spells, which is really cool. Colors, crystals, herbs and plants, the witch's alphabet, which I didn't expect, but that was really interesting to read. Astrology, I love astrology. Astrology like it's just taken over my life. I absolutely stand by it. It has never let me down. It always has like the answers I'm looking for, especially when I've been looking at other people's, because I tend to always look at myself because I'm trying to like understand myself more, but when I look at like other people's like around my life, so my friends, all make sense. So I know how to approach those people now because of astrology. So cool. And then you have small changes. So I love that she goes into like, she says go into Wicca step by step, not like cold turkey, so like all in. So I like that because I'm an advocate for small changes, not like big changes. I'm a Taurus, so what do you expect? I don't like change. And then it says when others don't accept your faith, Wicca on the sly, so if you have to like practice secretly, which I thought was really interesting. City Wiccans, so good because I live in a city. And you have like small spaces and finding a coven. And she even provides with resources. So in resources, here it is, they have books to read, which there's a lot of Scott Cunningham, and there's one by Sky Alexander, which I'm not surprised by Scott Cunningham because Harmony talks a lot about him on her channel. Then you have like websites online, YouTubers, Instagrammers, shops, events, so of course in the UK. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. If I didn't say already, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely recommend if you want to learn more about Wicca. I don't think it's like the path for me, but I am going to celebrate like the Sabbaths. I feel like I'm more of like a just do everything however you like it, because I'm not really into spells as such, but I like doing things that like kind of clear my energies. I do believe in that stuff, so I really liked this and I cannot wait to meet Harmony Nice on Saturday for the book signing. So excited. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish watching a video. I'm watching My Life as Erina's September wrap up on October TBR. I listened to half of chapter 2 of Clockwork Princess. I also decided my physical read is going to be Six of Crows, but I'm not going to hold it up because you're actually kind of standing on it, so because I wanted my tripod to be a bit higher. But yeah, it's my friend's birthday today, so we're going out for lunch and I only have to be in for an hour for a criminal law lecture today, so I'm super excited to see her. I packed her present. I could not find wrapping paper, so it's in a plastic bag. I know I suck, but yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to try and edit some more of this vlog because I've already uploaded my other vlog, so it's actually already gone live even because it's 9:07. So yeah. It's Wednesday today and it's nearly 1 PM and it's my day off, so I don't have anywhere to go for university today, but I am gonna do I have one more episode of part 1 of season 5 of Vikings to watch, so I'm gonna watch that soon. But I think I'm gonna first start my reading for next week because one of my goals for this semester and this year is to start everything for my seminars like as early as I can. So I have like 50 pages to read of chapter 3 because that's how long the chapter is. So yeah, and if you're wondering, I'm on mens rea because this is criminal law and you need an actus reus and a mens rea to commit a crime. But I got two packages in the mail, so I thought I would unbox them because last week when I had some books come in, I unboxed them on my Instagram. So yeah, let's unbox them. So the first book is this one, and if you watched my previous reading vlog that I did last week, link in the corner, I think it's that corner, and down below, I talked about reading a book when I was in Waterstones on my 3-hour break on Friday, and this one was the book I was talking about. So it's The Astrology of You and Me, How to Understand and Improve Every Relationship in Your Life by Gary Goldschneider, best-selling author of The Secret Language of Birthdays. I haven't read that book yet. This one is so good. So look how pretty it is. I'm obsessed with astrology. If you couldn't tell by my videos, I feel like I talk about it a lot. So we've got the astrological signs and like what date you have to be born to be one. So I'm 19th of May, so I'm a Taurus. Again, I talk about that a lot. And then it has this huge table of contents. So what I was talking about, how cool this is you have, for instance, Aries, which tends to be like the first astrological sign that appears in a list, and you have a date here and then you can read about the sign on that page, or that's the page it starts on. But then you have like subcategories and it's divided into work, love, friends and family. And then under work, for instance, you have the Aries boss. So for instance, if you found out your boss is an Aries, you can read about what makes them a boss and like, I don't know. But yeah, you have like employee, co-worker, client, business partner, competitor. It just basically helps you work out how to have a good relationship with that person and how not to cross them and stuff like that. So under love, you have first date, romantic partner, spouse, lover, ex. And then friends and family, you have friend, roommate, parent, sibling and child. So yeah, I ended up reading Taurus. And then I have my mom's a Gemini, I don't know, I never know how to pronounce that. So yeah, then I have a brother, so a sibling, who is a Virgo, and then my dad is a Capricorn. So for instance, if we went to Capricorn and then parent, that will be page 284. And then when you go here, it starts off their parent and it will be divided again into categories or subcategories, and it also tells you like in the margin like strengths. So for instance, a Capricorn parent's strengths are responsibility, caring caring, loving, but weaknesses are they're strict, demanding, and coercive, and then interactive style, authoritative, protective, and controlling. And then you have, for instance, it will say theoretically every child should be granted the opportunity to have one Capricorn parent but not two. So yeah, it says they are authoritarian, protective, and controlling of their children on a daily and even hourly basis, that unless the other parent is more permissive and easygoing, which is my mom because she's a Gemini, the child is likely to suffer greatly. So that's why we haven't suffered that much. Capricorn parents take their role seriously. They will see to it that their children are well looked after and will never shrink their responsibilities towards them. Although capable of giving love, many but not all Capricorn parents choose to withhold love as a weapon in coercing their children to seek their approval and accede to their demands. And we'll have like discipline style of the Capricorn parent, affection level and the Capricorn parent, money issues and the Capricorn parent, crises and the Capricorn parent. Then you have holiday and family gatherings. It actually talks about them going on vacations with only their nuclear family and not to include aunts, uncles, and cousins, which is true. Caring for the aging, Capricorn parent. And yeah, that's it. So I absolutely love this book. I spent like a whole hour in Waterstones last week reading it, and as it was £7 cheaper, as I mentioned last week, I had to pick it up because I love astrology. So in this package, and this next one, there's 2 books, but I got a new bookmark. So yay, another bookmark to my collection. So of course it says happy reading on the other side, but this one's from Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and it says whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. That's so cute. Okay, this one is gonna definitely be a very used bookmark by me anyway. So we have a new adult novel. I think this is classed as new adult, but I've seen some people class it as young adult, but it's by a famous romance author, Colleen Hoover. I don't know how to say it because I've never read a book by her, so I never had to say her name, but it's maybe someday. I've been eyeing this book for the longest time ever, but I wanted the American cover because the UK cover isn't as pretty. And I know this, I think the love interest or one character is like partially deaf. Yeah, she's 22. So it says at 22 years old, Sydney is enjoying a great life. She's in college working a steady job and in love with her wonderful boyfriend Hunter and rooming with her best friend Tori. But everything changes when she discovers that Hunter is cheating on her, and she's forced to decide what her next move should be. Soon Sydney finds herself captivated by her mysterious and attractive neighbour Ridge. She can't take her eyes off him or stop listening to the passionate way he plays his guitar every evening out on his balcony. And there's something about Sydney that Ridge can't ignore either. They soon find themselves needing each other in more ways than one. A passionate tale of friendship, betrayal, and romance maybe someday will immerse readers in Sydney's tumultuous world from the very first page. So yeah, I've heard this author is a hit or miss with some people, so I cannot wait to see how I feel about her writing and her storytelling, because sometimes new adult books can make me very angry if they're not done well. So I'm glad I have another new adult book to add to my collection. And then the next book is a new release that I was super excited to finally pick up. I think it came out in September. I think September 5th, but I only just got around to buying it and it took a while to get here, but I don't mind. So it's The Caged Queen, which is the second book in the Last Namsara series, or like the companion novel to The Last Namsara, and it's by Kristen Ciccarelli. I'm just super excited to get to the sequel. This does follow a new set of characters, but it takes place after the events of the first book, so I am super excited. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be more magic in this one, and hopefully I don't know what, but yeah, I'm just super excited. And I love this cover, it's flippin' stunning, and there's nothing special under the dust jacket, it's just black and gold. So yeah, let me go grab The Last Namsara so we can compare what it looks like. I actually have the Fairy Loot edition of The Last Namsara, so there's no gold detailing on here, it's all silver, and the original has gold, but I feel like these still look amazing, and I don't understand why publishers do this. Why is the second book bigger than this one? I don't know if Fairy Loot like condensed their book, but oh my gosh, are these flippin' stunning. The writing kind of looks like it's gold, but it's like reflective. I had to guys, but oh my, these are stunning. So So yeah, so these are the 3 books that I ended up picking up. I actually ended up cancelling a lot of the books I ordered because I just need to stop spending so much money, and I have so many books to read on my shelf and on my Kindle. I just need to stop, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna restrain myself, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you won't be seeing any more books from me for now. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably go try and read some more of this and drink some coffee and then watch Vikings. Can't believe I'm on the last episode, guys. I'm just so kind of sad but so excited because it's so good. It's so good. Literally, if you are fans of Game of Thrones like I love it. I've rewatched all the seasons from Game of Thrones 3 times, and I was gonna rewatch it a 4th time, but I started it and then I was like, I need something new. So Vikings I have been wanting to watch for like years, so I'm so glad I picked it up, because if I hadn't taken a 2-week break, I probably could have caught up to season 5 part 1 in like 3 weeks, because it's so good. It's just so good and so addictive. The characters, the arcs, and I love learning about the Norse gods because I kind of like started following them, because basically I'm very interested, if you couldn't tell by the books I read, with spirituality and witchcraft and like pagan religions and Wicca, and in those kind of religions you get to pick which gods and goddesses you follow, and I basically love the Norse gods. They always spoke to me more than Egyptian gods and Greek gods, which are so overdone for me in like books, like in mythology and retellings. So I absolutely love that the Vikings follow Norse gods. I just find them so interesting. The stories are so good. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because this update is quite long. I'm trying to keep them short. What a way to start my least favourite day of the week, Friday. I used to love Fridays, but this Friday, not so much. I just have to keep reminding myself that in a couple of weeks I'll have Fridays off. But yeah, it's pretty much like raining and it's very windy, so guys, it's Friday as I mentioned before, and it's pretty much very windy. I can hear it because we have like windows open and doors open. It's just great. So I've already done my makeup. I'm still in my PJs because I didn't have the best night's sleep, so that's why my voice feels like because when I can't sleep I just sound like I'm ill. Hopefully I don't look too tired. I really need to get a better concealer because my under eye circles, even when I sleep like 8-9 hours, are terrible. I think it's just university. Okay, so today I have academic and personal development, so I have to go make lunch because I'm in from like 11, yes, from 11 till 4, but I'll get home by 5, so yeah, I just really don't like Fridays. The only thing that's keeping me going is like, I have like 4 more weeks. I really need to actually plan out. I need to check the schedule that they made for lectures and seminars, because they said like we only have to attend 5 weeks. So I'm like, go to every one of them so you can do the best coursework and get the best grade in this stupid module that you can. So yeah, I'm just super tired. I couldn't fall asleep because my dad decided to work on the attic because we have an attic upstairs. And yeah, I have to go make lunch as I mentioned. And yeah, also the other thing that's keeping me going is I'm meeting up with one of my friends because it was his birthday on the 30th of September. It's like, what date is it? It's like 2 weeks after his birthday. Yeah, it's the 12th of October today. So I'm gonna give him his books because I of course bought him books. And yeah, I'm just, I don't know, my hair's not cooperating with me today, so hopefully the weather's nicer tomorrow because I'm going to Birmingham tomorrow. So guys, it's Saturday and today was the Harmony book signing that happened in Birmingham at 12 in WH Smith. So I went and I got to meet her. Insert picture here. It's already on my Instagram story, and on my Instagram I made a post. Oh my god, I absolutely love Harmony Nice. She's like one of those people that I wish I had like near me all the time, because I talked about astrology with her, deities, because I finally found my deities I'm going to worship because of her book. But yeah, I got 2 books signed because, so wait, let me show you. There you go. So it's to Natalia, lots of love, Harmony Nice, or Harmony and a heart. Oh my god, I love it. I think my book got a little bit wet because of it kind of like started dripping, and then I got the second book signed for my friend Aileen. So it says to Eileen, lots of love, Harmony. She lives in Germany, so I'll be sending that over to her. But yeah, I'm so happy to have finally met her. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been watching her for I think it's over 2 years now, and it was just so much fun. We talked about astrology because I mentioned that we share the same birthday. I said 19th of May, and then I said I'm just 2 years younger than you, and then she was like, so you're a Taurus? And then she asked me if I'm a moon Libra. Sadly, I'm not. I wish I was, because I read about Libra moons, and she's a Libra moon, I'm a Cancer moon, and it's kind of like contradictory. That's what I read on the internet. But yeah, it was so much fun. The line wasn't long. Like when I came, I only had to wait 30 minutes. My train was delayed by like 20 minutes, so it took me 40 minutes instead of 20 to get to Birmingham, which just sucks. But oh my god, she was so nice, and I just realized I'm so pale and just so tiny compared to her. But damn, I'm just so happy. Like, this is like one of my favorite days ever. But also I went to Waterstones because like I think I was done by 1 with Harmony's signing. She was so lovely. She hugged everyone twice. Like, she got up, and when you were like speaking to her, she stood up, so we were like face to face. It was so nice. But yeah, I booked a train ticket for free, but I'm already home and it's before 3. But of course I went also into Waterstones because in Birmingham they have a huge Waterstones. I think it's 4 floors with a basement, I think. So I went into the basement, I looked at fantasy, and I've been hearing so much about V.E. Schwab and Victoria Schwab, but I didn't get anything because they're not the covers I like. But I picked up 2 books from the YA section, so I'll show you that. But also, yesterday I had a craving for salted popcorn, and literally every shop I went into, they didn't have salted popcorn because either it was out of stock or they just didn't stock it. And this is the closest I got to salted popcorn. So it's sweet and salted from Tesco, so hopefully that cures my craving. But yeah, I feel like recently I haven't been able to control myself whenever I'm in a bookshop or like when I'm book shopping. So this is literally the last books I'm buying because I'm like gonna be broke, or I am already broke. But I think I'm also gonna order Raxus, which is this boy band that won X Factor last year, because I think I want to go to their book signing, which is on the 22nd or the 24th. I know it's a Monday of this month. So yeah, and I saw it was half price on Amazon, and like the ticket costs £6, and then I'll have to pay like £4 something for my train. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to that. But I picked up 2 books. Like literally when I saw this one, I was like, this is fate. I never see this one in a bookstore, and I have been eyeing it. So it's Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moira Foley Doyle, and I believe it's about like 2 girls that are best friends, and they suddenly like things for them start disappearing, and Olive, one of the protagonists, I think she's a protagonist, meets 3 wild mysterious strangers, Ivy, Hazel and Rowan. And there's also loss, like mourning loss and holding tight to secrets. And then it says, when they discover the ancient spellbook full of hand-inked charms to conjure back lost things, they realize it might be their chance to set everything right, unless it's leading them towards secrets that were never meant to be found. So I'm so excited about this book, and look at the cover. I feel like it screams autumn. Whenever I see a girl with orange hair, it just screams autumn for me. I'm also, I think, gonna buy a painting or like a picture that I always see in IKEA of like this stunning red-haired girl to put on my wall there, because I really want like an autumn thingy. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. And then the second book, because I always feel like you have to buy 2 books, and I also get a stamp when I spend over £10. I need to get the card for students because I get 10% discount in Waterstones. But anyway, oh no, I just realized this is a damaged copy. I think I'm gonna go return it on Monday for a new copy, and they always understand. But I got Shatter Me by Tara Maffey. So recently, Jess from Peace Love Books XO read this. I think she read the whole series and she loves it. I know Erina loves it from My Life as Erina, and Anisha's gonna be really happy from Sprinkled Pages. So I picked this up because she's been telling me to for a couple of months. If you don't know what this is about, it follows Juliet, whose touch is lethal. So I believe she's kept in this like room by the government, and then Adam comes, and I believe he's like a warden or something. And then you also have, what's his face, Warner, and I know everyone loves Adam, but then they love Warner. Sounds so so excited to see. I think Warner's like higher than Adam. I've found out so much about this book purely from listening to other people's thoughts. But I'm just so excited for this. And then I also got from Hatchet children's books. I don't think they have an Instagram. I tried like linking it on my Insta stories, but I requested an arc of King of Scars by Lee Bardugo. I've already pre-ordered this because in Waterstones you can get it signed, so I don't think they send out arcs, but this is what the finished book will look like. I'm so happy I have this because I just need this. I'm still rereading Six of Crows, but it's kind of like a chapter sampler. So you have one, Dima. Oh my god, it follows different characters. There's Dima, then there's Zoya. I love Zoya. Nina. I need to see what happens to Nina, and I need to see if someone's referenced in this book because I just need them to be. He is mentioned. Oh my god. So yeah, we don't get a chapter here from the ever famous Nikolai. I'm just so excited to see what he's like, even though I know we saw him in Crooked Kingdom, like after everything that happens. And this is going to be a duology that's coming out on the 29th of January 2019. But yeah, that's everything. I'm gonna... So guys, it's Sunday and I thought I would quickly wrap up the weekly reading vlog. So as you saw, I ended up getting up early, I watched some YouTube, finished writing my Wicca book review, and then what did I do? I did all my uni prep for Monday for tomorrow. That didn't take me long, I was pretty much done by midday. But yeah, let's just get on into the wrap up for this week. So in total I read like 2 books and I got halfway through one. So the books I finished are Wicca by Harmony Nice, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I'm also going to include The Astrology of You and Me because I absolutely love this book. Even though I haven't read everything, I've read like all the parts that apply to my life and like all my friends and family. So yeah, I love this book. Of course I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 stars. Then I ended up for the past 2 days listening to pretty much half of Clockwork Princess, which is a reread for me by Cassandra Clare. This is the last book in the Infernal Devices and I got to the part where Jem knows, and oh my god, I haven't talked barely anything about this book this week, but hopefully I'll talk about it more next week. It's so good and I had tears in my eyes a couple times. I nearly cried. Jessamine, oh my god, Gideon and Sophie, Gabriel and Cecily, I always say her name wrong. But tonight I ended up starting a new like physical read. I picked up The Witch of Willowhall. I put a phone timer on for an hour and I read 53 pages. I think I'm gonna have to do that because I've been like struggling getting into reading because of uni. But it's by Hester Fox and I'm really enjoying the eerie, spooky vibes. I love the era it is set in. It's set in the 1800s and there's a witch in Boston, Massachusetts. And we don't know too much about the family yet, but I really like the protagonist, Lydia. 3 sisters that had to move out because of a scandal, and I want to find out what the scandal is. We've been getting hints, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. But yeah, hopefully I'll get to finish this book soon. But yeah, that's everything for this week's reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And are you actually enjoying my vlogs? Are they too long? Definitely tell me some recommendations for my weekly reading vlogs of what you want to see more of. Should I talk more about university and stuff like that? But yeah, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I post content frequently, probably like once a week. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.